Hi, welcome to the PH Miracle Fun Food Show. Today we have a great segment because it's about snacking. And it doesn't matter if you're a little person or a big person, everybody likes to crunch and munch and have snacks, right? And especially during the holidays when we have so many snacks that are acidic, and that's why we have colds and flus that happen during those times. It starts at Halloween and goes through Thanksgiving, and by the time Christmas comes, most of our kids have been on antibiotics 2 or 3 times, right? So we want to talk about healthy snacks today, and who better to do that than this gorgeous morsel of goodness, my Ashley Rose Young Lisenby. This is my Princess, our only daughter, and she's the young mom of 3 kids, Charlie, Isabeau, and Andalyn. And she's had so much experience with healthy snacks that I wanted her to take over today and kind of talk about what she does when her kids want snacks.
Okay, well you can see there's a plethora of snack ideas.
A plethora!
that I've
A
laid out,
smorgasbord.
yes. Because some days your kids will want green frozen peas and some days they will hate them. That's just what being a mom is like. And some days they want salty things, and if you're a girl...
Wait, you said frozen. Do you give them to your child frozen because so they're hard and they're kind of sweet?
You can do raw, but my kids sometimes like frozen, and especially if you have a baby who's teething, I like to give them organic frozen. So you don't have to always do frozen. Just, some days they'll want something like that. Some days they'll want something salty. Some days, especially my girls, and if you're a girl, I think this just goes with the territory, we like sweets. And so some days, they're not going to want all the salty stuff. So you have to have a variety. And I think that, it's funny because I'll talk to a lot of the moms that just do mainstream foods and snacks for their kids, and they're like, what do you feed your kids? They're like you give them an apple, what do you eat? And I'm thinking, I can think of over 20, 30 things that I use for snacks, plus more. And this isn't everything. This isn't even all the vegetables and fruit options that we, can already have at our fingertips. They're stuck on fruit snacks and Cheetos and
string cheese. I see kids eating string cheese all the time.
And chocolate milk. I mean, they can only name maybe 5 things, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh.
And those are all acidic, right? All acidic. So we have to be careful with the sugars, the dairies, the high proteins, and we've got to merge into something more healthy with fiber, chlorophyll, and high water content snacks.
Yeah, and I think it's just really getting your kids to understand that these foods were placed on the earth as is and can be eaten in the way that they were put here.
In their natural form.
Yeah, in their natural form. There's natural sugars. We call, instead of fruit snacks, we're going to call our frozen berries our fruit snacks. They're a fruit snack. So you have, anyways, so I've laid out all these different snacks.
And I remember in our household when you guys were growing up, and I had to transition us off of meat, dairy, bread, milk, sugar, ice cream, popcorn, pizza. I was trying to transition those acidic food choices out of the house and transition good ones back in. So what I did was I took the peanut butter out of the house. Dr. Young teaches the peanuts are high fungal. So after learning this, I just came home one day and said, hey, they didn't have peanut butter today. We're gonna do almond butter. And the kids were like, oh, a new adventure.
Well, I think we were a little angry.
They were a little angry, maybe.
I think we were a little ticked off that everything that we were used to eating, was being somewhat taken away. And I think if you are a conventional family, that you will struggle. I think that it's important, especially with little kids, if they're used to high sugar fruit snacks, they will go through withdrawals. And they'll probably check the almonds and other things back in your face because they crave that. If they naturally have that, that's what their body will crave, especially if they have high yeast. Their body's going to crave more sugars and other things. So I don't know how you want to do this.
Yeah, let's just start talking about some of these and give the people some ideas out there. I'm going to start with this one. This is my absolute favorite all-time snack. I actually went through art school by grabbing 5 or 6 of these a day, and these melt in your mouth. These are little seaweed nori sheets that have been, some of them have been roasted, and they have salt on them. And it's such a great snack to go. I could just eat them while I'm driving, eat them in between teaching classes, and they're very sustaining. They do have chlorophyll in them, and they have a little bit of iodine, which is so good for the thyroid. So again, you can spread almond butter on these. I've actually seen a 2-year-old child in Hawaii eat 8 packages of these in one sitting. So some kids like them, some kids don't. But again, a great snack, low calorie for those women that are trying to find a snack that's not going to add weight. And I just think they're a great size, and they're very light if you want to pack them in your bag.
Yeah, and my youngest baby, she will eat tons of those. So obviously she needs that.
Yeah.
My 4-year-old, not so much. She doesn't go for them. My 10-year-old loves them. So I think it's just, you just have to try. You just have to keep.
Yeah, each child is going to be different.
You have to keep trying things. And
sure.
honestly, like my 4-year-old does crave the most sugar. So I know that she is going to go more towards the sweet. So I need to try and get more of the, the good healthy proteins and the salts back into her diet.
So what would you give Isabel?
So,
let's talk about your 4-year-old. What of all these snacks would she probably go for? More the date? The little date and almond
squares? Yeah, or you know what?
Or...
She even loves the edamames, and Dora is
nice.
a character that she really likes. And she will go, and that is something that's a good, healthy protein snack. They come in individual packs, and they're already shelled, which is great.
Oh,
and you can just spray.
Nice.
And she does like the spray salts that you guys have.
The flavor salt.
Your liquid salts. And so she'll just spray those on, and she really likes those. She really likes... there's pumpkin seeds, but she'll go for more of she likes fruit leathers. There's these bars that sometimes she'll have that have all different fruits and veggies, and you can find all different, healthy bars in your health food store. You do have to be careful though that a lot of them do have really high sugar content or way too high protein content. So you have to really watch that a lot of the ingredients are just good and good raw seed, organic seeds, organic vegetables, dates, things like that aren't gonna defeat the purpose.
Right. We're talking for children that are healthy, that aren't dealing with the high valence symptomology like diabetes or cancer. Of course, we'd have to be ultra careful with the sugars then. But this is for, you're just raising your kids. You're trying to transition them over to other healthy alternatives here. And I think these are so cute. Look how cute they are. The little coconut milk. You've got a chocolate one and a coconut water, which is nice. This would have lauric oil in it and all those electrolytes to balance the minerals of the body.
And I do just keep those on. I always try to have some form of coconut water on hand because kids do just get little bugs, especially the younger that they are. And so you do want to replace those electrolytes. And my little 2-year-old loves these. She'll go through at least one a day.
Nice.
But yeah, anyways, my kids love these. These are organic, just freeze-dried, just crunchy peas, just vegetables, just fruits. This is raspberry. Sometimes I'll get
kids like crunchy things, so you can take them off of corn chips and wean them onto these that are just as crunchy or just as nice and crunchy, but a little bit more on the green side.
We've got nut thins,
almond
nut thins.
Yeah, I like those.
Sea salt. Nice. They like those.
It seems like the manufacturers of foods nowadays are listening to people about what they want. And I think this sea salt thing is coming back, where people are really realizing that salt is not the culprit in ill health, but salt is an alkalinizing mineral that we all need. Sodium is absolutely vital for the body. So I'm glad to see, and I have noticed with my grandkids that they do like salty things. So it is important.
They do. And I first want to just say that first and foremost, before I, go to grab maybe more of the processed, a little more processed type of thing, I do try and offer my kids, just the fruits and vegetables that are in the fridge. So I'll go to grapefruit, organic grapes. We'll do green apples with almond butter. All different vegetables, celery, cucumber.
Hey, and this avocado. That's a snack in your house for your kids.
Yes,
let me tell you.
they do love avocado. It comes and goes with each one of my kids. Sometimes they'll like them, sometimes they don't want them. So I think it's just kind of hit and miss. So
right. And in the Back to the House of Health too, we can take an avocado with some almond milk, add a little lime and ginger and a little bit of coconut sap sugar, and we have super soy pudding. We also put the soy sprouts in this, and this is what my grandkids and my kids and all the adults in our family consider a really nice snack, a really nice treat. Try this. It's almost like ice cream. So,
and I do have to say, all of my kids, my entire family loves avocado pudding. So, and the avocados in the shakes. Sometimes it's just, if I just had them an avocado with salt, they're like, sometimes they don't go for it. Other things is kale chips.
Yeah, we have our new line of kale chips.
The kale chips.
Yeah, and we're taking raw kale. This is a raw, crunchy snack dessert. You can order this from the PH Miracle Center. Have it shipped straight to your door. We have about 4 or 5 different flavors. And again, this is a great thing to just grab and go, put in the car, sprinkle it over soup or salads instead of croutons, and high in chlorophyll and a good, hearty, leafy green.
Yeah.
Now you got pistachios.
Yeah, let's just name them since we're
almonds.
A little short of time. Yeah, all different nuts and
nice.
seeds. My kids will love, especially pistachios. Sometimes I'll mix some cranberries in there for them, just to give it a little bit of sweet for my little 4-year-old. Fine dried mangoes, celery and almond butter, cucumbers, and organic hummus.
Yeah. And I was noticing our little 2-year-old, Andalyn, likes olives. What kid doesn't like to put olives on their fingers and eat them? And you've got the green olives here today.
Yep, green
which
olives.
Is interesting.
They like the sunflower sprouts versus the alfalfa ones, unless I put them in a sandwich.
And what kid doesn't like cheese? Yeah. So how do you transition your kids off of dairy cheese onto some alternative like this?
Well, I've tried all different forms of cheese, because regardless if you give your kids cheese or not, they probably will have an opportunity to eat cheese in their lifetime. And they probably will like it. Like, cheese has something in it that is yummy.
Well, it's very sweet. It has a very concentrated form of lactose. So it is sweet, then they add salt, and it is creamy, and it is delicious, and it melts and has that stretchy ability. So I can see why kids like cheese. I liked cheese as a kid too. So anyway, what a great idea for the holidays to put out for healthy snacking. I think we're just so grateful to have these types of foods that don't cause sickness and disease in the body. And it's just so great to have a young mom like this that's affecting the next generation. And I've always believed that if you can teach the parents of the next generation how to change for themselves, then they will change those kids. So we're doing it, and we're doing it while I'm alive too. 3 generations. So hurrah! Great snack segment. Thank you, and salute to your health.